Hi everybody, welcome to week 2 of our art class. Today we are going to do a project that's inspired by a Pennsylvania artist named Charles Sheeler. And this is the artwork that he created in 1951, and it's an oil on canvas and it's called Windows. Now this project is inspired off of this. It's going to be really different, but this is our inspiration, and I will have a link about Charles Sheeler in the information down below. Okay, so for today, we are actually going to need 2 pieces of paper, one that our artwork is going to go on, and then the other one is going to be for something we're going to do at the end to prepare us for tomorrow's step. So the artwork that we're going to be creating is going to look something like this. It's going to be a fun little cityscape. And it's going to be using color and value in a very unique way. Here's one that a student of mine made in the past that I still have. I love this one. And then, here's another one where you can see kind of how fun and goofy you can get with the value. I'm going to show you how to do all of it, okay? So for today, I'm going to draw in Sharpie. I would like for you to get a pencil, and you can have an eraser. You can also use a ruler, and if you don't have a ruler, you can use the straight edge of any book to help you make your straight lines, okay? So the very first thing we do at the bottom of our artwork is that we're going to write our name. And I always write the year, 2020. This is not a year to forget. Okay, here's my ruler. All right, now we are going to make, we're going to make a bunch of lines, and they're going to be the towers of our buildings, and we're going to kind of put them all over the place in every direction, but do as many as I do, don't do more, okay? We're going to start on the left-hand side. I'm going to take my ruler, and maybe all the way from the top, all the way to the bottom, I'm going to do one line. And then I have to visualize where that building's going to be. So maybe that one's going to be a nice fat building. Very wide. Look, I actually didn't make it long enough so I can edit, or I can say I like that and I'm going to leave it. I'm the artist. I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to leave it. All right, now I'm going to do one that kind of goes tilted outside. Tilted this way. So this is going to be a building that doesn't quite make sense. It looks like it's getting wider as it goes up into the sky. Now I'm going to do a short, wide one. And I think I'm going to do one more. This one's going to go really high into the sky. And honestly, the more we overlap, the more fun we're going to have. A nice straight line, and maybe I'll make it really skinny. It's almost the length of the ruler. Okay, so here we have it. We have a bunch of lines. We have 1 building, 2, 3, and 4, and then I'm almost lost. I almost can't find all the lines and where all the building tops will go. That's okay. So we're going to make it work. So I'm going to start all the way on the left-hand side, and I'm going to connect these 2. You can freehand it, or you can use your ruler. I normally don't love rulers, but for this project, I think rulers are fantastic. So I'm going to line up the top, and I'm going to connect it. I'm going to do this one over here, because I definitely know that those 2 lines go together. I'm going to line up the top, and I'm going to connect it. These 2 connect, I can see. So I'm going to have my ruler at the top. I'm going to bring it down until it bumps into each one of those lines. I'm going to connect it. I'm going to bring my ruler down. I'm going to do the last and short building. It kind of is on angle too. I think that's great. And I'm going to connect it. All right, so now I have my buildings. And I can do a little editing. I can make sure that they're all there. But now that they all have roofs, I kind of makes sense. I can see my buildings. Now we're going to do step number 2. Step number 2 is when you add all of the windows. Now it's very important when we add the windows that you make sure that you put some windows in one building and some of the window in another building, because all of these lines are intersecting and creating extra shapes, confusing building lines, this is the whole point of this project, so let that happen. Your windows can be big, they can be small, but just don't make them too small because we definitely want to add color inside them. So here I go. I'm going to start adding some to this one. I'm going to do my parallel lines, and then I'm going to give them a top and a bottom. Parallel lines, oh, top and a bottom. Now, I'm not crazy about that one, and I'm doing this in marker, so I can't erase it, so I have no choice but to make it work, and I'm going to make it work. Now this one, I'm going to make it longer. I'm going to put it into the other building. And I can do nice long rectangles all the way down, all the way down. And the one thing I'm not going to put in my buildings are doors. I want this to be really, 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 really high up in the sky in the city. All right, now I'm going to move into the next building. Maybe this building has really long rectangle windows. Oh, I love that. It goes over into 3 different sections. Everywhere it's intersecting, that's fantastic. We want to do that all over, but make sure that you're going nice and slow. Lots of times when we're adding the same shape over and over again, we can rush, we can go really fast. We don't want to go really fast. We want to relax and take it slow. Maybe I'll do some skinny windows. Not every window has to go into all the shapes or different shapes, different sections. Just have fun with it. Make a little one down there, and then up here I'm going to put little ones. Maybe one long. And there we go. Okay, now the last thing that I'm going to do for this step is I'm going to add in some background clouds. Now we're definitely allowed to add extra things later, but I just want to give myself an idea of the kind of lines that I want. So far, mostly we've done straight lines. Some of my lines were accidental curves that I'm going to make work. But now when I do my clouds, it's just like with the chicken drawing, you are going to use nice curve lines. And they can go right behind the buildings, or they can go on top of the buildings, or far, far, far away. You can decide. So I'm going to put this one behind. So I'm going to bump into the building, and I have to jump to the other side. And these clouds are going to be flat on the bottom. And I'm going to bump, 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 bump. And I'm going to put one cloud here. Bump, 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 bump. Maybe I'll put one down here. And maybe over here poking out. So I'm really telling whoever's looking at my artwork that this is a city and the sky's behind it. So these are really, really tall buildings. Okay? So that is all we're doing for the actual artwork. And now we have to go to our prep artwork. So take your pencils. You could put them away. And we need to get our crayon box. Actually, I think we're going to need our pencils again because we need to draw our outline. Right up here, we're going to draw a color wheel. Now, if you have a sketchbook, you can put this in your sketchbook, or you can just use this scrap piece of paper. To draw a color wheel, we're going to need a triangle. So if you know how to make a triangle, I would like for you to draw one with me, but don't make it too big. If we draw a huge triangle and it's over our entire paper, we won't have much room for the colors. So I'm going to put it right in the middle, okay? A triangle. Now on top of my triangle, at the very, very top point, I'm going to do a circle. And then on each one of my side points, I'm going to do a circle. now we're going to put our pencils down, and we need our markers or crayons or color pencils or pastels, whatever you feel like using, because you're the artist and you can use what you want and what you have. So I'm going to do markers just because it'll show up really bright. I'm going to put my cap on the back, and I'm going to make the sun the top one because I like that. It makes me think of the actual sun. Or I'm going to use yellow for the sun. Excuse me. Yellow is for the sun. That's one of our primary colors. Another primary color is red. I am missing a red marker, so I'm going to use my red crayon. All right, here I go. Outline, and then you can color it in. I think that's actually my red violet, so I'm going to go over it one more time with my red crayon. And the last primary color is the color of water, or the reflection of most water, because water, I guess, has no color. It's blue. And then color it in. All right, now that we have our 3 primary colors up, I need you to pick up your pencil again, and I'm going to pick up my marker. And now we are going to do more circles. We need to put a circle in between each one of our primary colors. So in between red and yellow, I'm going to put a circle. In between blue and yellow, I'm going to put a circle. In between blue and red, I'm going to put a circle. And then I'm going to connect the circles with broken lines. Broken, 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 broken. Now inside those shapes, or those circles, we're going to put the secondary colors, which are the colors that you get when you mix these 2 primary colors together. So you get a special color when you mix red and yellow together, and if you know what it is, you can shout it. It is orange. So everyone pick up orange. We're going to color the circle in between yellow and red orange. All right, now there is a color that you get when you mix red and blue together. Does anyone know what that is? You can shout it. It's purple. Get your purple and color it in. And then you also get a color when you mix blue and yellow together. Does anyone know what color that is? It is green. Pick up a green and color that in. Okay, now, the reason that we needed to make a color wheel for our project tomorrow is that the color wheel is so important to how we're going to fill in the colors. Now, we're allowed to use whatever color we want, but we have to use its best friend color to go with it. Now, as far as colors go, their best friends live across the street from them. So I would like for you to take your pencil, and I want you to draw an arrow from yellow to its best friend across the street and turn arrows in. Turn those lines into arrows. Yellow's best friend is purple. Purple's best friend is yellow. Your best friend always tells, I would say your best friend gives you lots of compliments, but when you're around each other, you compliment each other, and that's what they're called. They're called complementary colors. They're best friends because they complement each other. All right, now red lives across the street from green, and turn that line into arrows. But a lot of you have seen red and green together, and they're together because they're best friends. They complement each other. They look great when they're together. They are best friends. And then our last set of complementary colors, blue's best friend lives across the street, and it's orange. So draw that line. we're going to turn it into arrows. So, because they're best friends, you love your best friend, I want you to put a heart right in the middle and color that heart in. Okay, so for tomorrow, we're going to need our color wheel. We're going to need to know the best friend matches or the complementary colors, and you're going to need your artwork, and we're slowly going to start coloring this in, and it's going to be really fun. I think tomorrow is going to be the best day for this project. It's actually the most fun day for me for this project. I hope you had fun. I can't wait to see you tomorrow, and take care. Bye, guys.